I want to ask you a question about the Christian religion. They say that a man was crucified 2,000 years ago, and they buried him, and he's going to come back to life. Right? Is that what they say?
They say.
Let's say that you saw that man, he came back to life, and he's walking down the street here. Would you say, there goes God?
Maybe. I don't know. Sure.
Sure. But he's a man. Can you explain that to me?
I can't.
The question is Christianity idolatry? There's a large movement in the Jewish world today to try to say that Christianity is good for the non-Jew. And they quote a source that many big rabbis say is proper, that a non-Jew is allowed to believe in the concept of shitufim, partnership. They're allowed to believe that God gave a power, some of his power, and he shared it with a partner, a moon, a star, a spirit. But no Jewish source at all says that anyone is allowed to worship that partner. Jews are not allowed to even believe in partnership. The non-Jews, some rabbis say, can believe in it, but no one says that anyone can worship the partner. So the question is Christianity idolatry? Well, let's ask and find out. Where are you from?
New York.
Your mother Jewish?
No.
What's your religion?
I'm technically a Christian.
I want to ask you a question about the Christian religion.
Sure.
They say that a man was crucified 2,000 years ago, and they buried him, and he's going to come back to life. Right? Is that what they say?
They say.
Let's say that you saw that man, he came back to life, and he's walking down the street here. Would you say, there goes God?
Maybe. I don't know. Sure.
Sure. But he's a man. Can you explain that to me?
I can't.
But you'd call him God?
Yeah, I assume so.
I think so. There's one God who's infinite.
Okay.
The infinite God is everywhere. That man is not everywhere. Only worship the infinite God.
All right.
Okay?
Noted.
Have fun.
Nice to talk.
The question is, was he God?
Yes.
You think that, what's his name?
Jesus.
He is God?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I want. Do you pray to him?
To Jesus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that man who was crucified is God?
Yeah. You know,
he thinks
you
he's
know
God.
this
Is that man that was crucified God?
Yes.
Do you pray to that man?
Yes.
You worship that man?
Yes, of course.
That's idolatry. You're from the Netherlands?
Yes.
You have a religion?
Yes, I'm a Christian.
Let me ask you a question about your religion. What do they teach you? Is God in the heart of the devil? What do you think?
That is a bad question. That is not right.
What's the answer?
God is in the heart of those who love him.
So God, you said, is not in the heart of the devil?
No.
No. But the Bible says God is everywhere.
Yes.
So then he's got to be there too. So where's God?
He's certainly everywhere.
He's got to be everywhere.
He is also, maybe very especially, in the heart of people.
Right, but
He lives in us.
Is God everywhere?
Yes, but maybe the heart has another dimension.
Everywhere is everywhere.
Everywhere is everywhere.
So here's the real problem. The Bible says God is infinite, which is everywhere. Now, they told you a story about a Jewish man who was crucified 2,000 years ago. You heard that story?
I believe in it.
They buried him. And he went to the grave on the 4th day, the 5th day. Was he in the grave?
He was buried, and
In the 10th day, was he in the grave?
no, not anymore.
No, he went to heaven.
Yes,
Not in the grave.
sure.
Then he's not everywhere. Don't worship him.
Oh no, I worship him because he changed my life and he saved my life.
But is he everywhere? Is he in the heart of the devil?
I have my doubts, but
Okay,
maybe you better ask him because.
Well, I'm asking you, what do you believe?
I believe in Jesus Christ, that he is the Son of God.
Right,
That's what I
good. But do you call God your Father?
Yes.
Then you're the Son of God.
I'm a child.
It says you call God your Father.
Yes.
So you're his son.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm
now,
a child of him.
Is God everywhere?
He is everywhere.
Is God in the grave?
He He is in the grave, came out of the grave.
Is God in the grave? King David said in Psalms 139, if I go to the deepest depths, you are there. God's everywhere.
The Lord reach everywhere.
Now, is your man that was crucified in the grave?
Yes.
No, you told me he was risen. He's not in the grave.
He was in the grave.
Is he in the grave now?
No.
Then he's not everywhere. The other day I was walking out of the old city here in Yerushalayim through Jaffa Gate, and there were 4 or 5 American tourists that were not Jews. They were Christians, and they were handing out brochures to Jews trying to convert the Jews to their religion. Why don't Jews want to convert to Christianity? For 2,000 years, Christians have been trying to convert us, and we've refused. They've even expelled us from their countries if we didn't convert. They threatened to kill us if we wouldn't convert. But Jews did not want to convert to become Christians. Why? What's so wrong with their religion? They point into the Bible many places and say, you see, this is pointing to them. But what does the Bible really say? What is the main point of their religion? A Jewish man was killed, hanging on a cross, hanging on a pole. And because of his death, they believe their sins are forgiven. But what does the Torah say? The Torah clearly says, no man will die for another man's sins. The fathers will not die for the sins of the sons, and the sons will not die for the sins of the fathers. Every man will die for his own sins. You see here the Western Wall? By the entrance to the men's side, there's a guard standing there. His job is it to see to the women go to the women's side. The men go to the men's side. Men are to cover their heads with a covering that's provided there. And if anybody is wearing a cross, they have to hide it. Put it in a pocket. What's so offensive about the cross? It's the very symbol of their belief. Torah says if a man is executed, he's to be hung on a pole for everyone to see that he was executed. But before nightfall, his body must be taken down from that pole. Why? Because a man hanging on a pole is a curse to God. This is what the Bible says. The very symbol of their religion is a symbol of a curse to God. Now do you see why Jews don't want to convert to their religion?